Right now, a winter storm could make for a cold and slippery start to the new year, where you can find a place to stay warm tonight. Plus, police are investigating a deadly shooting in Stoughton after multiple reports of shots fired over the night and into the morning. And if you're looking to dine out in Madison, you better have that vaccine card on hand. The new mandate that many local businesses are now picking up. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now. It's going to be a snowy start to the new year with a winter storm moving through southern Wisconsin. Some snow emergencies have already been declared in our area. But first, let's take a live look at the road conditions right now. News 3 Now's Brian Troxel is in Stoughton right now. According to the 511 map, conditions there are listed as snow covered. So if you're driving through that area, be careful and take it slow. Now let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Dan Fulton, who's outside.
With an umbrella right now because the snow is coming down quite steadily for us in Madison and for most of southern Wisconsin. Areas north of Dane County not seeing quite as much though, but over the last 3 hours, it's been a pretty steady snow event for us in Dane County. Here's a look right now. It does look like we're seeing a pretty steady band move through parts of Rock and Greene County near Janesville, but notice for Richland County, Crawford County, and the very northwest corner of Sauk County right now, everything's starting to really taper off and calm down heading overnight. Here's a time lapse of the day. Mostly cloudy skies early on, and you can see that snow kind of developing in the late afternoon and evening, and this is going to be the scene for us for the next several hours. We do have winter weather advisories in effect for Dane County and areas south until midnight, so it is going to be a little bit of a stretch here for us with the snow continuing to come down. Tonight we have an alert day in the forecast as the snow starts to end closer to midnight. The heaviest totals will be close to the Illinois-Wisconsin state line, especially southeast of Dane County, and then it's going to turn colder outside. For Sunday, bitterly cold temperatures early in the day, barely getting down to 1 degree for our overnight lows, and then afternoon highs barely getting up to 10 degrees. Wind chills throughout the day will stay below 0. I do want to take a look at traffic right now because we are seeing some delays throughout the area. Dane County seeing delays on the Beltline, stretching all the way past Middleton on 14 up towards Sauk City and Prairie du Sac for 39 and 90. Significant delays both north and southbound. Things start to pick up just a little bit for downtown Janesville. It was a lot more red earlier in the evening. So things quite slick outside. Please be careful. Please leave plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you if you are trying to travel anywhere this evening. But frankly, I would really recommend trying to stay indoors tonight and bundle up. We'll take a closer look at the cold temperatures for your Sunday forecast in just a few minutes.
All right. Thanks so much, Dana. Multiple snow emergencies are currently in effect in preparation for the winter storm. In Dane County, Stoughton, parking is even odd from midnight to 8 a.m. for the next 3 nights unless this emergency is canceled or extended. In Rock County, Beloit, Evansville, and Clinton, they're also under emergencies. You can read up on all of the parking restrictions for those 3 areas on channel3000.com. As the temperatures continue to drop, UW Health wants you to use common sense when going outside. They say they've already treated people with severe frostbite.
If you start not to feel things, meaning if you can't feel your hands or feel your face or your feet, then you're outside for too long. You need to get back in and warm up. And again, that timing is accelerated the colder it is, and also if those things that you're wearing happen to be wet.
Dr. Fauché says that you should go to the hospital if you can't get warmed up inside or start seeing blisters. In light of below freezing temps, local health officials are urging caution, saying it's best to stay indoors and bundle up. For the local homeless population, it's more difficult to maintain shelter in these temps, but there are resources available. The Beacon is one of the many local organizations providing help to people experiencing homelessness. Their Day Resource Center on East Wash offers warmth, laundry services, showers, and outdoor clothing from 8 to 5 every day, but they also always need donations.
I think the main thing that we provide, honestly, is just a safe space to be during the day, get out of the elements, especially in the winter and the summer with the excessive temperatures.
You can find ways to help Beacon at channel3000.com. Also, stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It's got your hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free on your phone's app store. Just search WISC Weather. A teen is dead after getting shot yesterday at a Stoughton apartment. Officers responded to reports of a shooting on Olson Court just after 5 p.m. According to police, a 19-year-old man was shot once in the chest and died from his injuries at the hospital. Police identified another 19-year-old man as the alleged shooter and took him into custody. However, this incident remains under investigation. Madison police are investigating 3 separate shots fired incidents across the city earlier today. Officers responded to Westbrook Lane just after 12 a.m. where multiple casings were found. Then officers found casings on the 4300 block of Davolis Parkway after 12:30 a.m. And a third report was called in at 12:45 on the 2500 block of Calypso Road. A 39-year-old suspect allegedly dropped a rifle and ran away when he saw officers there. The suspect was eventually arrested, and no injuries or property damage was reported in any of these shootings. A 19-year-old man is dead after crashing his vehicle early this morning. Crews were sent to the 2400 block of State Highway 78 just after 3 today. Officials say the man was traveling north when his vehicle left the road and hit a fence. He was reportedly not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash and was pronounced dead at the scene. Winter weather, poor road conditions, and speed all contributed to this crash. In just a couple of days, the trial for a Dane County man accused of killing and dismembering his parents will start. Jury selection for the Chandler Halderson case is scheduled for Monday, January 3rd. The trial is expected to take as long as 3 weeks. Now, Halderson is accused of killing his parents earlier this year, and News 3 Now and Channel 3000 will have live continuing coverage of this trial. It's a new year, and that means several new laws and requirements are in effect. You'll now need your vaccine card to get into a number of area Madison restaurants. Christina Laurie talked to the latest owner who joined that list.
We have a vaccine mandate for employees.
Starting today, that mandate also applies to customers at Joshua Bergson's restaurant Lucille, the latest in the Madison area to require vaccinations.
It's definitely a fluid situation and something we've been working towards for a while now to try to place layers of security in place to reduce risk of exposure.
Bergson says guests will now need to show their vaccine card or proof of a negative test within 48 hours to enter.
I think there's a grave responsibility.
And he's far from the only owner who feels that way. In October, Jenna's Lounge became the first bar in Dane County to require proof of vaccination. And the owners of Quivy's Grove and Fitchburg quickly followed suit.
Once you're in, you can remove your mask. We have of course, a mask mandate for our employees. We're actually providing N95 masks for all of our employees just for increased protection.
Bergson is taking his business's new rules one step further, requiring not only vaccinations, but boosters too.
What if somebody has gotten their vaccination, that original 2-shot series, assuming they got Pfizer and Moderna, but then they weren't eligible for their booster yet? Are they still allowed in as long as the 6 months hasn't elapsed?
In that case, Bergson says he'd ask for a rapid test.
We really do need that booster to be set or a negative test upon entry.
In hopes of rapidly reducing the spread of Omicron. In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
Like many business owners, Bergson is also adapting his restaurant's sick leave policy should any of his workers test positive. He says anyone who is symptomatic will need to quarantine for 10 days, while asymptomatic employees can quarantine for 5. They are paid during that time. The Madison School District is delaying the return of students to in-person learning due to COVID. They're hopefully getting things up in line right now before the finish of the semester. Students were scheduled to return on Monday, but will return on Thursday virtually for at least 2 days. The district is hoping to return to in-person learning by Monday, January 10th. The decision was based on record high COVID cases, staffing shortages, and the ability to test both their students and their staff. School officials plan to make a decision late next week on whether students can return to in-person learning on January 10th. Other school districts in our area to see what they will do for the new year. The Belleville district sent an email yesterday saying they currently have no plans to follow Madison's lead. Classes will return there after their break. And Verona Area School District is also planning on returning in person after the winter break. For a full list of the school districts and their plans, go to channel3000.com. Coming up, air travelers are dealing with more canceled flights as they try to get home from the holidays. Plus, a warning from federal officials as we approach the one-year anniversary of the January 6th Capitol riots.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Don't miss your chance to save big on that new furniture or mattress you've been waiting for. Now is the time to buy during Steinhaffel's 4-day sale. Save 35 to 50% throughout the entire store. Plus, take an additional $100, $200, or even $300 off your purchase. Steinhaffel's has the largest selection of quality furniture for every style and budget at the lowest price guaranteed. So get in today and save big during Steinhaffel's 4-day sale. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Riddex does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Riddex reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Riddex.
Federal officials are warning threat actors may take advantage of the anniversary of the January 6th riots. They don't cite any current, specific, or credible threats, but an assessment says conspiracy theories about election fraud continue to resonate among domestic violent extremists. And you could see some inspired some to commit violence. It said lone offenders are most likely to exploit the upcoming anniversary. President Joe Biden will speak with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky tomorrow. A White House official says he plans to reaffirm U.S. support for Ukraine. The president will also discuss Russia's military buildup on Ukraine's borders and review preparations for upcoming diplomatic engagements to help de-escalate the situation. The call comes several days after President Biden urged Russian President Vladimir Putin to ease the military crisis on Ukraine's border. U.S. and Russian officials are set to meet in person in Geneva on January 10th. More travelers are facing delays and cancellations as they try to get back home from the holidays. Airlines canceled more than 2,300 U.S. flights today, including more than 40% of flights at O'Hare in Chicago. According to FlightAware, that brings the total since Christmas Eve to more than 13,000 cancellations. United Airlines says it's had to scrap flights because of the spike in Omicron cases, while Southwest says winter weather is forcing it to suspend operations at all airports in Chicago. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 6.
There's so much noise out there, it's often hard to cut through that.
Cutting through the political noise of 2021. Just ahead, Naomi Coles and 4 reporters look back at a long and divisive year. Plus, what's the weather going to look like for the first week of 2022? Dana's back with your full forecast right after this.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands of furniture for every room in your house with a large selection of in-stock inventory of power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale, open New Year's Day 11 to 4.
Chevy is taking people lots of places this holiday.
We're going sledding.
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holidays.
from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Or find your red tag and you may qualify for $500 bonus cash on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. That's on top of most other offers. New models are arriving weekly. Secure yours today. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and start saving.
Prepare to feel good in 2022. Join Planet Fitness now for zero enrollment, $10 a month till January 6th. Enjoy tons of equipment in our Cleans gloves for zero enrollment.
Zero enrollment?
And $10 a month.
That makes me so happy.
You know what else will make you happy? Blowing off steam in our judgment-free zone.
It's all about the endorphins, baby. What's up?
It's this place, I tell you.
Amen, baby.
Feel Fit-tacular in 2022 for zero enrollment, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 6th.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands of furniture for every room in your house, with hundreds of Lazy Boy recliners in stock starting at $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale, open New Year's Day 11 to 4.
If you're taking a deep breath with 2021 over, you're not alone. It was a long year on our state capitol. Our Naomi Cole sat down with 4 state political reporters to break down what's important from 2021 and what to watch out for 2022.
We got to fight for this.
Public health management of a pandemic belongs in the executive.
You're moving past the pandemic.
The governor will sign those bills.
Every week, it's a new headline.
I'd say the answer is no. I'm pretty upset.
Usually a divisive one. Behind the headlines, us, the reporters. I sat down with 4 of them to break down 2021 in state politics. Patrick Marley, Journal Sentinel, Emily Fannin, CBS 58 in Milwaukee, Scott Bauer, Associated Press, and Laura White, Wisconsin Public Radio. We started with the big one, the Michael Gableman investigation of the 2020 election results. What stands out to you as perhaps the most unusual or the most far-reaching headline?
We've really seen this investigation has been stacked with people who are have seemed to have made up their mind about the election.
I think this one is interesting in that it's a part of a national attempt by some people to question not only the outcome of the last election, but the process, the system of elections. It's not just about 2020, it's about 2022 and most importantly 2024.
We're a year after the 2020 election. It's been looked at every single way you can imagine, and the results have been confirmed, and yet we're continuing to do more review.
What are some of those headlines that are going to have a lot of impact long-term in Wisconsin, but hasn't necessarily generated the amount of commotion as something like the Gableman investigation?
Obviously, redistricting has been huge, and that's going to be another thing that has ramifications for years and years down the road.
A lot of people don't understand the gridlock that is here in the State House and why things don't get done is because of the maps that were drawn 10 years ago.
What's the big headline of 2022?
I think it goes between either Ron Johnson is going to run again or not run again.
The eyes of the nation are on Wisconsin with that one again.
And we can't forget about the governor's race. I mean, is Wisconsin going to vote a Republican governor?
If Republicans win, they will retain the majority in the legislature, most likely, and that will give them free access to pass whatever they want to pass.
We're always seems to be at the center of national politics. We will again in 2022.
At the Capitol for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
And you can join Naomi tomorrow for On the Record after Face the Nation. She'll take you through the twists and turns of a long and divisive year in state politics and what you need to know going into 2022. Now, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast once again with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
It is a little slick outside right now. In fact, looking at 3990 northbound, just north of Madison right now, we have a stretch of the interstate that is closed. All lanes northbound on 3990. This is just close to 51. Right now, 51 is open, but that is all closed just north of the airport right now due to a crash. And as you just saw, lanes throughout Dane County into parts of Rock and Greene County right now seeing significant delays for our traffic due to the weather conditions. We do have a lot of snow coming down right now. Winter weather advisories in effect for most of southern Wisconsin, generally until midnight or into early Sunday morning. The heavier bands of snow have trended south of Dane County. That's where we're seeing our highest accumulations. I just put the yardstick out in the patio for us, and we're at about 1.5 inches right now on the southern side of Madison. Lesser amounts to the north and more certainly to the southeast portion of the state. As we look ahead to the next few hours, the snowfall will continue up until about midnight. That's when things will steadily start to wrap down for us. It is going to be a bitterly cold Sunday. Once the snow does clear out, temperatures pull back quite a bit for the second half of the weekend and heading into the start of next week. And overall next week, a few flurry chances, but a mostly dry trend expected for the work week. Steady snowfall continues for this evening. Really not great travel conditions. I really recommend trying to stay indoors. If you don't have to be on the roads, don't be on the roads this evening. It also helped get things cleaned up a little better for us tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, notice this divide in our temperature trend. We get a clearing sky off to the west first, so temperatures overnight dropping below 0 to the eastern portion of the state. We still have a bit of a cloudy sky early in the day, so temperatures still cold outside, but likely dropping closer to about 10 for overnight lows. For Sunday afternoon, high temperatures will struggle to get out of the upper single digits, close to 10 for us in Madison, with wind chills staying below 0 throughout the day. Another cold start to the day for Monday, with temperatures generally trending near 0 for us for overnight lows. And in the afternoon, not quite as cold, likely in the low 20s. We do have a wind chill advisory in effect for tomorrow morning for our western counties. Again, as you just saw, that's really where we're expecting the coldest overnight lows, the coldest temperatures to start off tomorrow. Tomorrow highs will be near 10, mostly sunny sky, but that sun is just not going to help us out too much. So we do have an alert day in the forecast, because I do think it's a day where you're going to want to make sure you bundle up. We'll have sunny skies for Monday, and we are expecting that the temperature trend gets a little better for us for Tuesday. Cloudy skies build back in by the end of the week with, again, a few of those flurry chances expected, but not expecting a lot of snow. Overall, a dry trend for the week, but pretty cold outside for the start of January.
We got hit with the high of 10 pretty quickly, huh?
Right. 2022 is like, here you go. Here is winter. It is here now and is settled in.
All right, buckle up, folks. When we come back, Badger women's hockey starts the new year with a top 4 matchup at home. We've got highlights coming next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that could take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When we did the clinical study and saw that it whitened people's smile 7 shades in 7 days with only 10-minute applications, we knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth whitens natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth, and then here's my smile now.
I would describe Love Your Teeth as easy to use. I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. So white, so different.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And with each 10-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth.
I'm Dr. Gold. I've been a dentist for 25 years. When I looked at the clinical study for Love Your Teeth, I was blown away by the results. Love Your Teeth really works. Finally, an at-home teeth whitening product that I can recommend with confidence.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. It was just amazing for me. I saw a difference every single day. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
In the past, while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive, and that's just uncomfortable. With Love Your Teeth, something that I really loved about it is there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Order Love Your Teeth this new year and get 50% off. Plus, get free shipping. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. Visit loveyourteeth.com or call the number on your screen.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Hi, everyone. Sunday on News 3 Now this morning, we'll take a look at the state of the pandemic in the new year, plus your first warm forecast to start off 2022. Join us from 6:30 to 8.
After 3 weeks off, the top-ranked Badgers return to action. First order of business in the new year, a top-4 matchup with Quinnipiac. And this is the first time these teams are facing each other at LeBon, and it's the first matchup since 2008. Defense on point in this first period. It's scoreless heading into first intermission, and whatever is said during that break clearly works. Not even a minute into the second, Bobcats punched one in, but Wisconsin responds with force. Caitlin Schneider coming in hot, knocks it up at 1. And just minutes later, a couple Badgers barrel into the goal, and during review, it shows that the puck did make its way inside. Badgers on top. They go on to win Game 1 5-2. The series wraps tomorrow. Veon Hicks is getting ready for the next chapter of his career. The senior cornerback announced via Instagram today that he is foregoing his extra year of eligibility to enter the NFL draft. In his post, Hicks thanks his family, friends, teammates, and coaches. This season, Hicks made 28 tackles, broke up a team-high 9 passes in the 2020 NFL draft. 2022 NFL draft is set for April 28th out in Las Vegas. And while the Fiesta Bowl did not end with a Notre Dame win, it's still a record day for former Wisconsin quarterback Jack Cohn. Not only does he break the bowl game's record for passing yards with 509, he also moves into elite company with the second highest single game passing record for the Fighting Irish. Cohn finishes the day with 5 touchdown passes, 1 interception as Notre Dame falls to Oklahoma State. Bucks return to Pfizer Forum after a successful trip in the Sunshine State. They sweep the Magic and are riding a 5-game win streak into this one with the Pelicans. Grayson Allen opens up scoring from behind the arc. Then it's Drew Holiday who starts heating up late in the first quarter. Back-to-back buckets to put some separation on the scoreboard. This game's still in action. We're going to have full highlights tonight at 10. Packers are welcoming back a slew of players from the reserve COVID-19 list, including Mercedes Lewis, just one day before they face the Vikings for their final home game of the regular season. Now, that being said, the Vikings will be without Kirk Cousins since he did test positive for COVID on Friday. Sean Mannion will be under center, but even with him taking over, the Packers are still preparing the same way.
They still got multiple playmakers on that offense, whether they do it through the air or on the ground. And I think, last year when we played the Vikings in Lambeau on that windy day, I think they only threw the ball 14 times. So there's just so many weapons that they have. We got to be, getting 11 guys on the same page and just playing with great energy and effort on every snap.
Primetime matchup kicks off at 7:20 tomorrow night, and as of right now, with how the forecast is looking for Green Bay, at kickoff it could be the coldest Packers-Vikings game ever played at Lambeau. Dana?
I will be there, and I am so excited with how cold it is going to be. Right now, it's a little snowy outside. We have winter weather advisories in effect, an alert day for Sunday with sunshine, but our temperatures stay in the single digits throughout the day.
All right, that's all we have at 6. We'll see you tonight at 10.